Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. We've got a good one today. I am Insane Lane as well as a Canadian girl, and today we have police arrest Captain Jack Sparrow in front of his pirate friends. And I showed this clip to a friend of mine, and he replied with, "Oh my god, I thought the thumbnail was photoshopped. It is not photoshopped. This one's gonna be fun." Excellent
Welcome back to
channel.
the
Check
Johnny
them
Loves
out.
Shirt channel, where I always bring you fresh, never before seen body cam footage. In today's body cam video, we will be following along with Florida Fish and Wildlife officers as they patrol the Seddon Channel in Hillsborough County, Florida. And along the way, they observe Captain Jack Sparrow, or
Yep.
man dressed just like him, operating a
That
boat
is a good
occupied by many
costume.
other pirates, likely LARPing. Anyways, it's not shocking at all that the officers activated those cherries and berries and boarded that pirate ship.
You would almost have to. So I do want to know what the FWC stands for. Is it just Florida Water Cops?
Boats in neutral. Boats in neutral. All right, we'll get tied off. We'll do a quick safety inspection, okay? Okay.
And these people came out to have fun.
Awesome. I don't see anybody sunburned. That's good. Maybe you a little bit.
Man, look at all the flags.
All right, Captain, I'm going to see registration, life jackets, everyone on board, and a fire extinguisher, okay? Let's let Captain get to it.
Over there?
No. Hey, guys.
Please find a captain. Do you have any force? Make sure it's safe, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Sorry, I thought I could get directions.
No big deal.
Hey, I've never been that cool before, but my brother-in-law is copping and roping her on he does boat control.
Nice.
Captain Roper.
I'm not from this area, so I'm just.
Oh, I was trying
Oh, so somebody is.
I don't work this county, but we're here because Gasparilla, just like you guys.
Yeah. I was trying to tell my brother-in-law this boat control.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta get under this hatch to get the other.
Okay, so they have life jackets. They have emergency gear.
One fire extinguisher, and I got another fire extinguisher back there. I keep one in the bow because normally the fires start back there.
I'm gonna want to see it. I got it. There's a gauge on there.
Yes, ma'am.
Normally, yeah, he's right, because the fire is generally going to be where the engine is.
Ooh, don't let it go off.
If I ever got pulled over in water, I was like hoping it's like being top.
He's good.
I don't know if Hillsborough and Pinellas are like any joint kind of things unless you're like up south. My registration is back there.
Okay.
I thought it was in that, but it's not.
Maybe.
The officers included in their report that Captain Jack Sparrow was observed unsteady on his feet and often needed to support himself by holding onto parts of the boat. But as any normal Disney adult would know,
Yes.
that's just how he moves around throughout his adventures, and he's probably innocent or very drunk.
Normally I keep this in my pocket.
Okay, they are correct, especially with Captain Jack. But I'm not seeing this guy looking impaired. And as for like being unsteady on your feet, you're on a boat on the water. Can we all just remember that? You're on a boat on water. It's constantly moving. You can tell that. And as for like holding on to parts of the boat, that's just general safety. So, for my 2 cents, I'm not thinking this guy is impaired. They're obviously going to go down that route because they seem to always. And again, I've seen multiple videos of this exact department of the FWC, whatever that stands for, falsely arresting people for being drunk who were not drunk. So they tend to, be, shall we say, a joke. as well as just really aggressive about thinking that literally everybody on the water is drunk. I'm not saying they're wrong about that. It is Florida, and in Canada, huge, 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 huge voting community. Huge, because we got all these lakes, and I live right near them. So, yes, I know how wasted people get on boats, and they shouldn't. And yes, driving a boat while you're drunk is a crime. It's the same as driving your car while you're drunk. But I don't think this guy is drunk. But I imagine we're going to go through the rigmarole anyway because, you know, there's just a certain type of cops, and the FWC seems to be all of them, that just think everyone is drunk all the time.
There's my registration, and I'm pretty sure that's not going to be enough to cover.
You have a horn on your boat too? Sound police device?
I have a horn and a whistle. You got this side? All right, I'm just asking you a question.
Yeah, notice how he's holding on as well?
Cool. Hey, can you mind stepping over here for me?
And I got another whistle up there, and then I got my horn there.
Cool. Can you step over here for me?
So I will say, the guy's got all the safety gear. He knows where it is. A+ for that, because a lot of people don't know where their safety gear is,
I just
or
want
they
to
don't have it.
Get home safe, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You mind hopping on our boat for a minute? Just perform some tasks to make sure you're good to get home safe.
Okay, I don't like her language already.
You don't want to?
Okay, ma'am, you need to be a lot clearer about what you are saying, because you're playing word games, and a courtroom is not going to like that. If you are asking him to do boat field sobriety tests, you need to use those words, and you need to ask if he's willing to participate, because he has every right to tell you to shove it. For you to say, come over to our boat and do some tasks for me? No, bitch. Get to your fucking point. Like, this is what pisses me off when cops play these stupid games, and this is no doubt what pisses lawyers off, because this is her phrasing it like that is an exact reason that a case is going to get thrown out, because she did not respect his rights and his right to say no to doing field sobriety tests because she wants to play word games and be cute.
I just want to get home safe. I can see where that's going.
I want you to go home safe too.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
Can you come over and do some tasks for us? I just want to make sure you're getting home safe. I'm asking you. I would say no. Well, he can ask, or he can answer for himself.
Okay, again, she is not making it clear that he has the right to say no. He said, can I say no? And she said, well, I'm asking. That is not being clear. That sounds like you're demanding. And don't tell the friend to shut up. You're the one in the wrong here, officer. You're not being clear. This guy knows what's up, and she doesn't like that she's being challenged.
But based off of what I'm
Yeah,
saying
so
right
he's
now,
telling you no.
Times of impairment, okay? But if we do some tasks,
you're out to lunch.
Further disseminate how my beliefs right now, okay?
Yeah, I'm a big no.
Yeah, tell him no.
Okay.
Okay, she's got reason to believe that
No, she doesn't.
Safe. If you say no to the task, which you're welcome to do, she can only take what she's seen so far in perspective, whether she thinks you're impaired or not. So if you think that you're not impaired, this is the time to say, I'll take the test if you're comfortable with it. And then
okay, this cop gets points for doing a better job explaining, but he's still lying his ass off, because these tests are impossible to pass. All the more so on a boat. They're utterly ridiculous. And the fact that the results are, as I've said before, entirely subjective, meaning it's down to the officer whether you passed or failed. They can make up whatever answer they want. And again, I've seen reports by these cops, actual written reports, where they blatantly lie and say things happened that never happened, or that people perform so badly on this test when the body cam fully disagrees. They will make up the result. Like, this is done already, and this guy knows it. I can see it on his face. He knows he's done, because by the time they're asking you to do these field sobriety tests, believe me, they've already decided to arrest you. The only reason they do these stupid tests is to, quote unquote, provide evidence of you being impaired, because if they just say you're drunk and arrest you, that's probably not going to hold up in court, because even though a cop's word is taken as gospel, you do need to provide actual evidence other than because I said so. So that's why they invented field sobriety tests. That's why they're a joke. That's why they're impossible to pass. And that's why cops can make up anything they want as the result. But that is why, if you are being asked to do them, believe me, you're already getting arrested. All they're doing is trying to make their case. So I think this guy knows that. I would tell them to shove it. If you think you have enough to prove that I'm impaired, then go ahead and arrest me. All you're going to do is catch a complaint for like falsely arresting. Unless this guy is very drunk and very good at hiding it, because I don't think he is. I'm not saying he's 100% sober, but I don't see any signs that he's impaired in any way. And the fact that he's picking up on their absolute bullshit kind of leads me to believe that he's more on the sober side.
We'll go from there. If you're not comfortable with it, she can only base it on what she's seen so far.
Yes, because we're going to let her just make up
I
whatever.
don't know. Did you?
Look, listen.
Then you go to jail.
Yeah.
If you take the task,
That's how it is. If you take the test, then it adds validation to what you're trying to do.
if you're not
Me, he
impaired,
knows.
then there should be a problem, right? So you should be able to take the task.
Safety check, and we did a fire extinguisher
No,
check.
ma'am, the tests are impossible to pass and you know it. Yeah.
I'm fine. We don't need to take it to
Double
the next
refusal.
level.
So.
I'll go home right now. I'll go back.
He's the one being reasonable here. The cops aren't.
Go to the next level, guys. I promise. I'm from Tampa. I've been born and raised here. I've been coming down here my whole life.
So, it's your call.
I will
Your stop.
disappear and you guys can have a great night. You won't see me again.
I mean,
Based off of what I see right now, I see impairment. Okay, but look,
Because
if
you're
you
making
take
that
the
up.
tasks, it's to work in your favor, right?
That's a lie.
Okay, well then if you don't think so, either way you're gonna have to come on the boat.
Okay, then tell him he's
if
under
I'm willing to
arrest.
tackle, just take him.
Okay, so they just said, if you at this point, if you won't do the task, we'll just take you. Which just proves everything I said. They already decided they're going to arrest him. The fact that she said, I think you're impaired. Well, darling, you are making that up. You are entirely making that up. And the fact that there's at least 2 other cops on the boat backing up her utter garbage is disgusting. But that is the groupthink mentality that police are trained with. If one officer says, that clear blue sky is orange, they will all automatically say that the sky is orange because they will back another cop even when reality disagrees. This guy is not drunk. She's out to lunch. And the other cop, especially if he's more senior, which it sounds like he is because he knows how to explain things properly and she doesn't, should be telling her, you don't have enough here. We're going to let them go and get on with our day. But that's never in a million years going to happen.
Or you can take the task and you pass them and you go home on your boat.
Yeah, there is no passing them and he knows it.
It's for him.
It's SFSTs to see if he's impaired or not.
I was just trying to tell you guys, my brother loves
Yeah.
the North Beach.
Yeah, so he knows.
There's nothing going on with the vehicle. We're doing all right. We're just going on a river. We're just going down.
I gotcha. Hey, grab one of those life jackets. Since you're gonna come on our boat, we're wearing life jackets too. Grab one and put it on, please.
I was just asking, are you taking any discooperation or anything?
No, they don't care.
Not able to drive this guy.
Like I said, I see signs of impairment, and I gave him the option to do tasks. And if he doesn't want to do it, yes,
Yeah.
he's stumbling. His eyes
No,
are
he's
red and
not.
glossy. That's fine. You know what? Then you can prove me wrong. You can prove me wrong.
Yeah, no, you can't actually.
All right. He's got a knife in his pocket.
Like, I'm sorry, what she even said for signs of impairment is a joke. He's on a boat. You cannot tell me anybody is stumbling on a boat unless they fall over the damn side. And as for eyes being red and glossy, that could just be from sea spray. Also, his eyes don't look red or glossy to me. Like, it's such a joke, and that nobody is stopping her is so offensive. Because everybody on this boat knows this guy is not impaired and that this cop is being ridiculous, but nobody is going to stop her. And by that I mean the other cops who should be stepping in and stopping this because she is out of line.
Hey, Cap.
Take your knife off and set it down.
Yeah.
Get it out of your pocket. Anything else in your pocket that's gonna pinch or poke or stick anybody?
No, sir.
Do you have a wallet or a driver's license with you?
No, sir.
You have a wallet or anything?
No, sir.
Okay. You have a phone you want to take with you?
No, sir.
Have you step up front? Step up front from me up there. Okay, step you guys right now.
All right, go ahead. You don't want to do the tasks? I'll give you one
You've
more
been
option.
told
You wanna take the
no
task or
several
not?
times, lady.
No, then you're gonna take me to jail no matter what. At
Yes.
this point, you already know that you're taking me to jail.
I'm
Yes.
giving you the option, right? Because I'm
To
allowed.
prove
Yes or no?
No.
Okay, go ahead and stand up for me. There we go.
And that is the correct answer. Like, if I were this guy, I'm getting a lawyer.
That's all we're trying to do, okay?
Bullshit.
So if you go through the task, and you pass the task,
Okay, you need to
no,
stop.
if I go through the
Okay, this cop really needs to stop at this point. They have been told no several times. And I think that the male cop who is speaking, he knows this is a bad arrest. He knows this guy isn't impaired, and the other cop is making a fool of herself. That's why he's pushing for the test so hard. Because again, if you do them, they will make up 100 reasons why you failed. You can do them perfectly, it doesn't matter. They will make up 100 reasons why you failed, and it just gives evidence against yourself because it's all interpretation, which is BS. So that's why he's pushing so hard, because he knows that what they have so far in terms of I see signs of impairment is utter bullshit. It's never going to hold up, and they're probably going to catch flack for doing this. So that's why he desperately wants this guy to give in and try and do the ridiculous test so they can say, oh, you failed. See, we were right. Here's proof that he was impaired. Don't ever do these tests. And the fact that he's told them no at least 5 times and they're still pushing, that is, again, so suspect. And just, to me, absolutely proves that the cops know they're in the wrong here and they should not be arresting this guy, but they're sure as hell not going to back down. Because God forbid they admit they made a mistake or that they don't have enough evidence to arrest someone. You will never get that from American cops. They will never back down, no matter how blatantly wrong they are. Because, again, it's that misguided, we're in control, we're the authority BS.
test and I failed it. That's the whole point of the test.
Go ahead and
Yes.
stand up for me.
We went through.
Okay, sir.
The point is to watch you fail them, yeah, because they're ridiculous.
We went through the task of the safety check, and I proved all of that. And you still
Gloves.
Yeah, like the cops didn't need to escalate this. They didn't need to take it this way.
take me, and that's that.
I do have to search you. Is there anything on you that's gonna poke me, stick me, or hurt me? Nothing. No knives.
I've got necklaces underneath mine.
Okay. Anything I'm gonna find that I'm not gonna like? I ask everybody this, and I get the same response every time. Nothing. All right, go and stand up for me again.
Like, dude, get a lawyer,
There's nothing under here.
get the charges dropped, then file a complaint,
Nothing under there but a.
and hell, file a lawsuit if you want.
You didn't shove anything down here.
You want to take it off?
Nope. That's what I'm asking you, man. I'm just asking you. I'm trying to be nice.
God, she even looks like a bitch. She looks like one of those absolutely useless people.
Play with you the whole way.
Okay.
Okay, is anybody else concerned that we keep hearing, like, fireworks, I'm assuming, in the background? No concern over that?
Is it on you? Well, I didn't check on your life jacket.
Then you suck at your job.
Okay, we're gonna ask you some questions, and then we can get you past that. Okay. We'll take good care of you. We're gonna go right in this building here. Okay.
Yeah, what questions? Like, what do you need to know?
Watch your step on that curb, please. There you go.
Debbie Carter.
Nope, I don't know Debbie Carter.
Scary.
Mm-mm. Okay, so
Oh, they're running a promotional event. How about that?
How you doing, man?
do this to make it more comfortable for you.
You've got a zero tolerance event going on, so no wonder they were
Try, you know.
acting
Make it nice for
extra
you guys.
stupid.
Go ahead, have a seat. I got your chair. All right. Can't take it off, but we can double them up if you want. You have an extra set or no? So it'll stretch your arms out so it won't hurt your back so much?
Oh, I thought you meant like the two of them.
No, man. We'll try. Is that what you need? So you want that? Stand up for me.
Man, I'm in a room full of
Yeah, man.
cops, man.
What I tell you,
Yeah,
what I
like-
tell you on the way up here? Hang tight for a second.
Like, what is this
Put
even?
your hand right there, okay?
Like, why are there like 30 cops sitting around at tables? Okay, maybe like 10. I thought there was more. But like, seriously.
Right there for me. All right.
I didn't, because I put the life jacket on.
Why are we in like a warehouse full of stuff?
You mind if I take this life jacket off? It's great.
Stand back up again. I'll tell you what, you look the part today, man. I'll give you that. You definitely look the part. I like the necklace too.
You said that?
I did all of the things. I even dyed this. You wouldn't
Did
know.
you?
Look over here. That's
He made the wig.
That's good.
That is cool.
That's it. You did the part, man. You did
Yeah.
it today.
He's got an impressive like costume going on.
I just gotta hang on to
Okay,
it.
are we gonna get
Nothing against you.
BAC? Because hey, if this guy is like truly wasted, I'll totally eat my words, but I don't think he is.
She's good.
Do something wrong.
Huh? No, she's good. You're good for her.
Did he commandeer a boat?
Not yet. He was thinking about it.
Something that cool.
He was thinking about
Yes,
it.
now we're gonna get all the jokes.
In the river.
Captain Jack Sparrow refused to consent to SFSTs.
Good.
As well as a breath sample, likely because he watches my channel.
Yes.
As any boat owner in Florida should. And of course, he was charged with boating under the influence. And I hope this body cam video serves as an educational moment as why you should avoid all adult beverages while operating a vessel. Especially when you're dressed like this. Also, these flags are probably a bad idea. Anyways, I hope you guys like today's
Yeah.
video.
The flags are definitely the reason that they got pulled over. Like, let's be honest. You see a boat like that as a cop, you're gonna want to check it out. I can understand this. But the guy was right to refuse the test. You know, and the breathalyzer, because again, those things only exist to give evidence against yourself. And if he's had even one beer and blows like a .01, they will say, oh, well, that's why we were seeing signs of impairment, because some people just can't handle their liquor. And even though it's garbage, you know, a court is going to convict you for that. So, yeah, refusing can absolutely be the right thing to do, because I'll bet you anything that charge got dismissed immediately because the cops have absolutely no proof whatsoever. A female cop who definitely did not see signs of impairment but just decided to be a bitch. She needs to go either back to school and get retrained in what signs of impairment actually are and look like, or she needs to be fired. As for the male cop, who did a better job explaining, but again, failed to step in and stop somebody being arrested, who I do not think was under the influence and definitely should not have been arrested, he gets a D. Again, I do think he's more senior, because once there was an arrest, he took the lead. If you're going to be in a leadership position, you're going to be in a training position, that means telling the junior officers under you the word no. And if you can't tell them no when they are wrong, then what good are you? You're only perpetuating like bad behavior, bad training, bad habits. You're supposed to be teaching them to do things the right way. She was not doing things the right way. Like her little word games at the beginning are another reason she needs to be retrained or fired. Because again, you got to think this through when it comes to arresting someone and pressing charges. You're going to be in a courtroom at some point. And a judge is not going to like that you are not being clear with this man about his right to refuse the test, that you were deliberately trying to trick him into doing them, that you asked him repeatedly after being told no. These are things that are going to play bad in court. You have to think about this as a cop, or at least the smart ones do. That, though I've never heard anyone accuse a Florida cop of being smart. And their water cops, again, they have a reputation. You don't believe me? Look it up. There's quite a prominent case going on right now of them falsely arresting someone who was 100% sober. And yet they arrested him in front of his family for absolutely no reason. And I've seen 2 or 3 videos like that just this year, all from FWC cops. So I think there is a bigger problem in that department that hopefully gets addressed. As for police arrest Captain Jack Sparrow in front of his pirate friends, accurate because they did. But again, don't think the guy was impaired. But those are my thoughts. What are yours? I've been Insane Lane as well as a Canadian Girl. And until the next one, take care of you and love on a fur baby. Bye bye.